Hey, thanks for tuning in. I got a great story here. This is really just very funny to me. So I'm out of work. It's Friday night, and I get out early on Fridays, so it's a little after 4 p.m. or so. And I decide that I'm going to walk. There's a sandwich shop, Cuban sandwich shop, a few blocks away, and I'm going to walk down there and get a sandwich. And so I get about a block from the house, maybe two blocks from the house, I guess. And I'm walking by and I see a sign that says yard sale. So I decide, I'm just walking by. So I look and I see there's a table and there's clearly tools and things like that on it. And I mean, understand, it's a Friday, it's almost 5 p.m. You just don't see yard sales at that point. So, I mean, they were clearly still operating. So I see this guy probably in his 80s. And I walk over and I start looking at the tools, and he comes over to me and he goes, "Oh, no one's looked at the tools today. Are you interested in tools?" And I said, yeah, as a matter of fact, I am. And he says, "Oh, I've got a lot." So I said, "Well, let's see what you've got." So I ended up buying a whole bag full, and I asked him, I said, "Well, I'm gonna walk back." I said, "I can be back here in like 20 minutes. There's some more stuff I'd like to look at." And he's like, "Oh, I got more stuff I can bring out. I wasn't going to bring it out till tomorrow, but if you want to see it." And I said, "All right, I will be back in 20 minutes. So I brought my first bag full back to the house and then headed back over. And so I want to show you what I got. I mean, it was a really good tool haul. I'm going to have to wait on the sandwich. And I'm going to start showing you what I got first because it's pretty cool. I'm shocked. It was just absolutely total luck. So let's look what I've got. All right, this bag. And one other thing, what did I do? And this light. This is what I want to pack with first time. And yeah, this is not, let's just say right off the bat, I know this light is worth like a few dollars. It's nothing. But I have a really good purpose for it. So I grabbed it. It was like $2. Everything in this bag, I think total I paid 30. He said it was like 27. I just gave him 30. The bag didn't fare too well on my trip back. I got an electrical box. I use these are outdoor. I'm probably going to need this for when I wire up the porch outside. This he had marked $5. It's a bit set, Irwin bit set. It appears to be complete. All right, so my first batch, I was picky. I picked through these things, but you'll see it's right up my alley. You already see 3 ratchets. Here's another one. I'm not sure why he had so much odd stuff. Is that it? Feels like there's a socket or something. All right. So pretty much a couple of screwdrivers. He had this Mark 750. I don't think I paid nearly that much for any of this. This is a Cornwell USA. Muggsy's walking around at my feet, so I've got to be careful. Right, Muggs? A Craftsman. VQ 44811. He had that one marked $8. This guy is a Thorson USA as well. Oh, really? Yeah, this is a Thorson USA. He had this one marked $750. Here's another Craftsman. I believe this one may be older or slightly different than this guy. This is a V43785. So I got 4 ratchets, 4 screwdrivers. This is a Fuller USA. These 3 are Craftsman. And let's see, I've got a Mac extension. This is a Proto Challenger extension. This is a Craftsman extension. That looks like Craftsman. That's Craftsman. That's Craftsman. Craftsman. SK. Huh. I forget. See, I just grabbed the stuff. I don't really catalog it in my head. There's a Craftsman, and that is also Craftsman. All right, so that was my first set. It was about 30 bucks, but yeah, he gave me a lot off. I mean, I think he gave me at least 10 bucks off. All right, so when I went back, I got this, and I honestly didn't really have much to carry it in. So let's look at what's here, because there's a lot here. This was really heavy. You know, I grabbed this old emergency light. You never know. I someday I might be able to use this for something. Let's see what else. This was $5. I didn't take this the first time, but I did look at it. This is a hole saw kit. Blue Mall, made in USA. Interestingly, I'm not familiar with that name. Cuts wood. Okay. One would hope. I got this SK ratchet that he didn't have. This now, a lot of this stuff is actually from, he didn't have it out when I first showed up. This is an interesting one. This is a Husky. I do not believe it's USA. But these are pretty standard. This style, I've seen these before. But the eject and everything is great. But I don't believe it's USA. Here's another Craftsman. This is a V43785. Is that the same as this? Yeah, same thing. So I got a second one of those. This one's V44811. So that is the companion, I guess, the same as this. 44. This is a VQ44811, and this is a VP44811. How interesting. I wonder why that is. I wonder why he had one marked $8 and one marked $7.50. One more ratchet. You know I got a thing for ratchets. This is a Blackhawk. I've seen these before though. This looks like a pretty standard ratchet. This is pretty weird. This is a paintbrush, right? But it's, well, it says 3-in-1, but you can use it a full brush, and then you've got two smaller ones. He thought this was really interesting. It's like, this sounds like something that you just never use. I mean, it would be great, but it's a throwaway after you've used it. This was interesting. He had this, I don't know, this 90s maybe. It's a belt buckle. I just grabbed it. It says Sears Craftsman. Eat My Dust Craftsman. He had that marked $6. Wait, that says Collins Street Junction on it. Where did he get that? That has this is an antique store down the street. That's interesting. Huh. Maybe he bought it there and just never did anything with it. Or maybe he used to have a booth at that antique store. I got one of these ratcheting wrenches. This is also Blackhawk. This only one side works. This side's stuck, but I've had luck getting these going again. It's all open. It's an open mechanism, so it's pretty easy to de-rust and oil it up. Right, Mugs? Let me readjust that. We'll keep everything in frame. All right. I've got this old Walsco 8-foot made in USA tape measure. I thought that was kind of cute. And let's see, this is just a big bin. There are some extensions and stuff in here. But this socket bin here, I started going through and I had a couple of handfuls of sockets, and I was like, well, how much you want for the whole bin? And he said, 40 bucks. Now, I don't know, was it worth it? 40 bucks? I don't know. I'm gonna sort through them and I'll be able to let you know if I think it was worth that. What extension is that? Who made that? That's Taiwan. Not much Taiwan stuff in this, guys. Or I didn't take any of the Taiwan stuff. But, and I got this, which essentially, how much did they want for that? They wanted $3. This helped me carry everything up, but I'll tell you, by the time I got back to the house, I was pretty winded. So I'm gonna sort through this and I'll lay it all out and then I will be back. Mugsy's here to make my sorting difficult. Oh, I know. Let's put you on your bed. Oh, now you're making me lose stuff. Hey everyone, just a brief interruption here. If you're enjoying this content and you'd like to support my channel, and especially if you like cats, I've written a series of chapter books for ages 8 and up, fully illustrated, called Flea Biscuit and Friends. The first book in the series is Flea Biscuit Finds a Home, followed by Flea Biscuit Summer Vacation, and finally, Flea Biscuit's Magic Christmas. They're available at all local booksellers as well as on Amazon.com. I will post a link in the video description. And hey, that's my pitch. Back to the video. All right. Right, Mugs. I've got it all sorted out. So this is all SK. Obviously no sets there, but I may be able to complete a set or two with that. That goes along with my SK ratchet and the small 1/4" extension. Some of these sockets are 1/4" as well. And an SK 3/8 to 1/4 adapter. So yeah, I mean, this is a near useful set. This is all Craftsman metric. This is all Craftsman SAE, along with 2 extensions, 1 universal extension, universal joint extension. These adapters, that's an interesting adapter. 1/4 to 3/8 adapter. Now I had a set that was looking for one of those. I also have a set that's looking for 1 small socket, so I'm gonna have to check that. The rest of what was in here was a couple of drill 1/4" bits and some drill bits, and that is a Craftsman. Craftsman's 70th anniversary. That with the Eat My Dust belt buckle. This is all foreign. This is a mishmash. We've got Mac. We've got Proto Challenger. Thorson USA, pretty rusty, and 3 others. Mugsy's leaving, watch this. See if he does it. Look at that. I like how he doesn't just cram his head through, he pushes it open. All right, anyway, and so yeah, then we've got this Thorson, this Cornwell, 2 Craftsmans, some Craftsman screwdrivers, and a Fuller screwdriver. So overall, I mean, oh, and I got this. I'm gonna put some de-ruster. I may actually have a use for this, depending on how well it cleans up. But yeah, for out of nowhere tool haul, that is pretty cool. All right, so this string, this is a set I've been piecing together for over a year now, but these are all placeholders. These are supposed to be 6 points. And what I've got is, I've got the quarter 6 point. I believe I've got a 5/16. Well, here's a 11/32s. I don't think that's one of them. Here's a 7/16, 6 point. That takes care of that one. Here's a 5/16, 6 point. Did I get a 3/8 and a half? There's a 3/8. Not exactly what I'm looking for, and that's 7/16, but let me go see if I can find a half. No luck on the 1/2 inch, and that 7/16 was actually a quarter. But I did get 3 of them, so I got 2 left, and this, I think this whole string is pretty much done. Not bad. So I noticed something about this tape. This has been on here for a long time. He didn't just put this tape on for this yard sale. This stuff's been on there for a long time. And this tape was on top of that price sticker. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. Look at this. The tape's actually yellowed. So I wonder how long this has been, these have had these prices on it. Like, did he have a yard sale? Look at this, this tape just crumbles. Really interesting. Is this leftovers from a yard sale, or did he buy these and then just never used them and never took the prices off? I don't know. A mystery I will never know. Unless he has another yard sale. I'll have to ask him. I wish he hadn't put these price tags on it. I guess it's useful when you're selling stuff to have a price on it. It's one thing that kind of annoys me about the flea markets is nothing's ever priced. You have to ask on absolutely everything. But yeah, this tape is old, really old. Anyway, I just thought you might find that interesting. I do. Look at this, is a really interesting ratchet. Oh, it doesn't work either. I didn't notice that. Well, this Cornwell USA JR30 is a project. I guess I'll oil it up. This guy work? Yeah, this guy worked. This distortion. Oh good, this tape's coming off. Because it's on a rough surface, this tape's already letting go. I won't take too much effort on that one. This one has a price tag on it, not just a sticker. And the tape came off a lot easier. And this one has the tape. This tape doesn't look that old. It's not all yellowed. Let's see if it comes off like it's not. Yeah. This tape isn't as old as the other tape. Still doesn't want to come off. Looks like I'll be getting the Williams electric shave out to wipe these guys down. Well, you should have given me a discount because all these I'll have taken price tags on. So I'm gonna be at it for a while taking that off. Hopefully, oh look, it just slides off. These screwdrivers, that's good. That was really old tape. I'm gonna put some navel jelly on this. Curious, because I don't think this is solid brass by any stretch. It's brass. But I'll be curious if this, how much this actually works. If this is solid brass, it won't do anything. But I think this is brass plated. But we'll see. I can use this for that fireplace project that I built, if you haven't seen that video. Well, let's test this light, see if it works. And we're just going to use a 12-volt battery charger to test it. Hook it up. Make sure we're on 6 amps, yep. And just hit the switch. Ah, it works. Sounds like a turn signal. All right, that's it. I mean, I hope you had as much fun looking at this as I did. I had a great time, just happened to be walking by and seeing this yard sale at, you know, almost 5 p.m. on a Friday. Who'd have thought? You know, it was totally unexpected, and sometimes that makes for the best experience. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, or if you've enjoyed some other videos on my channel and you haven't subscribed already, please do. It helps me and it helps the channel grow. And hey, you know, take the opportunity. If you happen to be walking by a yard sale and you see something interesting, go in. You never know. You might just get as lucky as I did. I mean, I'm pretty surprised. I think I spent about $100, and you know, I had some really good vintage USA tools for that. I wasn't going to negotiate down with the guy. He's 80-something years old. I mean, I wasn't going to negotiate with him. I just gave him what he was asking and got some great deals. So you can too. All you have to do is go out and get busy. And now I'm going to go out and head back down there and get a sandwich for dinner. I'll talk to you soon.